Do, do, do. All right. Oh, right. So, got to pick nibs again today. I guess I have to pick nibs every day. So again, these washed these yesterday, so they're looking a little bit cleaner. Charlie 2 here is still pretty messy. But I think I'll poke at the tines here. Yep, still moves. So I think I'll go with, yeah. Charlie 2. I'm going to do the sepia ink today. So I haven't messed with the iridescent ink. And that one, yeah, I don't feel like messing with it today. And feelings are important. I've got the window open. It's warming up a little bit outside. It's 71 out there. Like, absolutely beautiful. But, yeah, I just feel like having ambiance today, not music at the moment. And it's absolutely not because I just had the Ancient Alien soundtrack stuck in my head for the last day. See, so because I agitated the sepia ink, I gotta stir it up a little bit again. All right. What should I write about? I don't really want to write about Iowa. It's an infuriating situation. Actually, I will transcribe a tweet about Iowa from Space Noid Jackson at Heads Fall Off. I think I'll just do this tweet in the with the dip pen because it's really long. Nice. Seemed to run out of ink right as I finished their name there. So this tweet, okay, it's from February 4th, which is today, although it was at like midnight, so it might not be today in your time zone. Re-inking. Probably too much ink. We'll see. Yep. Actually going to post one more place. So going to re-ink, even though I just had a bunch. look at the screen, make sure I'm like centered. But I also need the tweet on screen at the same time. See, should I try and go fast? I'm not going to try and go fast. I'll go faster. So going fast is actually like feels like it's working out for me right now. Oh, focus. Where is my focus UI? There we go. Yeah, the autofocus on this camera has been really kind of jank, which makes sense. Like I'm doing stuff that it's like it probably assumes it wants to focus on like a face in the middle of the frame. And and you know, this is not necessarily that. Also, thanks. I've been meaning to work on that double F a little bit more. It's such a common thing in English. Okay, did that line, and that line is really even with ink. Gosh. Like, ah. That D, not happy with how uneven it is. And yeah, I'm trying to go fast. This tweet is really long, like I'm not even through the first of 5 lines. This might actually fill the page, who knows. So I'm pushing down a little bit more and using a little bit more effort there, and that's making more ink happen. So another pretty good line. Got a little bit inky at the beginning. And I guess my other option would be to ink more often so I can just burn through more ink. But that's not what I'm doing. Not that that's like a bad thing to do, that's just, you know, not what's happening here. Divide by the number of delegates. Nasty start on that N. This is making me think of the that one guy I met at GDQ who just really liked Panic at the Disco, and he wasn't Mayo Pete, but like I told him, maybe don't play High Hopes because people will think it's a political statement for, you know, a rap. Oh, nice. My package arrived. cool. So how do I recenter this? Probably going to pull the camera back. Looks like I'm still in focus though. There we go. Feeling like an optometrist adjusting focus all the time. Oops, need to dip. And I don't know if this is something just from like practicing calligraphy a bunch, or if it's just from like being old and understanding how like my muscles and like arm work together more. But I'm finding it easier to trace like strokes I've already made. I'll hold this back a bit so I don't get a super inky start. That's kind of neat. The F. If I'd paid more attention, I could have scooted that T left, so I could have kept that line going. The end of this line's pretty nasty. Tried to go too fast on that one, and I don't know. Threshold of 15%. Not necessarily enough space between the D and the O there. Good stuff. Yeah, that threshold is way too open, and that meant the space between the D and the O, I kept it a little too small for that level of spacing. See, am I still in frame here? Yes. That intersecting right there, I don't like that angle. Yeah, I don't have enough space for called right there. So yeah, this is going to take up the whole page. Not too much ink. See, I'm going to try and get both second and alignment all on this one line. Oops, did the bottom of that O wrong. Oh yeah, plenty of space. Next word is but. I might be able to wedge that in here, but I don't like that from a typographic perspective. It means there's like one word from a sentence just hanging off the edge of the line. I'm going to drink some coffee. This is the stuff I roasted Sunday. Still good. Yeah, I dipped that for a while. I like how collinear or parallel this LIP look. See, am I still on screen here if I keep going? Yeah. All right. On that exact frame. Oh no, the showiness on the previous line is going to... Actually, I'm going to use that as the top of the T. It's a little bit mutant looking, but that's okay. I think I can fit both you and do at the end of this. It also lets me go like heavy ink on caucus skip on the next line, which will make it look really intentional. The wet ink is reflecting right in my eyes, so I have no idea how heavy. Well, I guess that it's wet is pretty good idea of how heavy it is. Yeah, I like this. Going small on the applause text there. And the vocabulary in this tweet really captures the GDQ like house style. I think we have time for donations. I think we have time for donations. See, and I still got half an hour before my next meeting, so I might speed round another page. So I can write donations, and then I'm going to write the URL for this tweet, which has a lot of digits in it. CSC. I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera, or if at all. Like, if I hold the pen like this, the ink is going to run. Actually, it's kind of dissipated. Never mind. False alarm. Good stuff. Okay, and I'm going to do this with a fountain pen. Just take too long otherwise. I'll do it with the Kakuno in crimson or purple or whatever you want to call it. And this is the Pilot Oroshizuku Yamabudo. Oh, haven't used this pen in a couple days. There we go. Set some weights on the paper here. One, two, two, 4. 5, 5, 8, 7. 5597. Two 558. 848. Nice. So yeah, this was me going fast with the, let me pull the camera out here. This is me going fast with the dip pen. And it went pretty well. Pretty happy with it. Like, there's a few places that are kind of nasty. The viability, really not great with this. Let me tweak the focus here. This worked really well. I think some of the spacing, like threshold, is way too wide there. Altogether, like, I probably need to just practice more going fast. And this has been a problem even whenever I go slow, but focusing more on, like, the spacing, like, horizontally. Like, I've got this grid under the paper, which really, really helps me get, like, the vertical spacing, as long as I, like, make an effort to pay attention to it. The horizontal spacing, you know, still needs work. So with that, I'm actually going to keep going, but I'm going to get more coffee and switch pens. So I'll be right back. And I'll leave the ambience on. So, I got more coffee. I'm going to take a picture of this before I go shuffling papers around here. Nice. Scoop this off to the side. On my pile. Mostly calligraphy stuff. I can probably take that book back to the library. A DEF CON badge my friend Lightning made. Okay, so yesterday I did a bunch of messing around with the pens I have the Empire Red in. Where are they? Oh, they're in the other room. I'll be right back. Okay. So one of the things I noticed is that, like, they look like they have really different colors, even though they should have the same ink. And part of me just wants to, like, push a lot of ink through there. Oh, cool, spam. So what should I write next? I'm not going to transcribe the spam. Okay, I'm going to write about my plants some more. Make sure this pen's ready to go. We'll see. It's being neither here nor there. So there was a little bit of hesitation transitioning from the G to the A, which is pretty early on, so the little buffers at the bottom of the pen are probably not filled up yet. Yeah, the buffers. Oh, this is what it was doing yesterday when it was, would write for a bit and then it stopped. Okay, I gotta go seed this with some water. Okay. One thing I notice is if whenever I hit my hand on the sink to try and dribble extra water off, it really kind of shot ink everywhere. Maybe I should not attempt to do that on the desk. My hand's covered in water. So it's behaving now, but the question is, as I continue writing, will the, wet stuff seep out? And also, can I maintain the shape of my G? And I'm kind of, it's one of those things where I'm writing this G so much, I'm losing, the idea of what it even means to be a G. I'm going to pull the camera in a bit. There we go. Okay, I'm going to switch up the words here. I don't just want to make it green onions. So, as near as I can tell, it's pretty consistent now. The water helped to wake it up quite a bit. Need to work on the shape of that B, though. Okay, I don't know what that is, so they can go to the messages. I think I'll do one more line of this before switching to a different pen. Or did I say that last line? I don't know. All right. So yeah, this one's cooperating today. I'm happy with that. Oh god, somebody's mowing a lawn. That's right, I was going to use this one next. So just kind of the vibe check here. Nice, that started up right away. Okay, I don't feel like listening to that. So there's a little bit of unevenness on this one, starting off. In general, it looks like the stroke on the G, where I'm continuing down and going up and around, that's usually when it's kicked on every single one of these. Okay, it's being happier now. Oh god, my upstairs or downstairs neighbor is doing, like, drilling too. Good lord. No peace. Well, I guess it's also, approaching 10 a.m. on a weekday, so maybe not a time of day when people... I guess everybody needs to work. Like, this is prime time for me working, or even, like, roasting coffee loudly on a weekend. Okay, so this one, I'm trying to remember which ink is in this. I think this is the... I have no idea which ink this is. This might be the Murasaki Shikibu Pilot Iroshizuku ink. Actually, I bet I still have a browser tab open. No, I don't. It is definitely that ink. I did catnip really wrong there. Okay, that one is kind of like the ideal shape, I think. Yep, 15 minutes till meetings. There's a little bit of spottiness to this ink I'm not sure about. It might just be the texture of the pen. Feeling weird. I'll do one more line with this. Nice. I'll do this green one, and I'll wrap it up with this. Oh wow, this pen is looking good today. It's looking good to me, not on camera. Just kind of free associating here. That's like one of my least favorite sounds in the world is the two-stroke engine, which sucks because as a society we have a lot of them. Feeling the paper start to twist and turn. And actually I'm going to do the Metro Black for the last couple lines here. So I think this one's about to kick and I just need to work on it. It's also like my classiest looking pen. It's not particularly close. All right, so yeah, it's been a good 45 minutes or so. I do have other things that I need to do this morning, which kind of sucks. Like, but that also pays the bills, and I like to live indoors and eat food. Which, yeah, yeah. So this went pretty well. I didn't get to play with a parallel today, and not sure I'll have the time to do so tomorrow. But beyond that. Yeah, if I'm not on the next couple days, I'll be on Friday and this weekend. Maybe this weekend. It's a busy weekend. But yeah, thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day. Later.